Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Hedera and Hbar. So with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. So Hedera has been very exciting in the last couple weeks. I mean, obviously everyone that has been holding Hbar for a little bit of time is now celebrating a little bit because it seems as though on the weekly candle close, which is happening this week, things could get very interesting very fast. But also, if you do look at the weekly chart, so I'm just going to utilize CoinMarketCap for this. So mainly the number one thing that I'm watching for here is what's happening on the price chart. We are at a time on the chart where Hbar looks golden, coiled up, waiting for a much larger expansion to the upside. I keep saying the number one level that I'm watching for, right, is ultimately the 15 to 20 cent zone, because this is where most of the resistance on Hbar will be, where we are now at, right? Currently, we are starting to break out. That's where most of the resistance is. But beyond that, mind you, this is short-term resistance before a much, much larger expansion to retest those all-time highs and go into price discovery. I've been seeing a lot of people saying, oh, the price action is looking rough, it's looking bearish. I'm not seeing that. In fact, if you actually look at this chart currently, and again, I'm not using TradingView, I'm just utilizing CoinMarketCap. And in the short term, we might range a little bit. We might, come back down and retest some lows. It would not surprise me if we retest it around like 10.5 cents. We've already tested a significant low around 10 cents and held. The number one thing that I'm watching for Hbar is higher lows and higher highs. So from here, I'm hoping that we maintain the lows that we are seeing on the chart, which is like right around 10.5 cents or so. And we break over 12 cents on this next run to the upside. The overall chart for, the overall market outside of charts has been looking golden. This entire year has been very exciting, and it's only 2 months in. It's almost 3 now, right? Third month of the year starting. Guys, Q1 has been very, very beautiful for long-term investors. We've been stacking crypto during 2022, worst year of crypto. At the end of 2022, it was the best buying time for altcoins, including Hbar. And I even said it on the channel. And now we are truly celebrating those buys. But regardless of that, right, there's a lot more here to offer around Hedera. Like I said, this entire year is going to be very, 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 very good for altcoins. Altcoins have not even started to wake up yet. We're still watching Bitcoin. We're still waiting for the money to trickle down the line for altcoins. But while we wait, let's watch and let's look at a few things that are going to also provide a lot more substance behind that price action. With Hedera, like I said, it's not shy to every single day having a major announcement. Just recently, we have great work by Pyth Network, providing real-time market data to the Hedera network for over 400 assets across cryptocurrencies, commodities, equities, FX, and ETFs to enhance on-chain information availability for users, developers, and institutions alike. If you guys did miss it, this is one of the biggest announcements around Hedera. The ecosystem is growing tremendously every single day, and also collaboration with Hedera is also very exciting to see as well. But this is more than 400 Pyth price feeds that will be launched on the open source proof of stake public ledger Hedera. And we even see public Oracle price feeds are a critical component for growth, as lending is often seen as the crux of economic behavior. This infrastructure is a huge milestone to spur development of innovative financial instruments on Hedera. So this is definitely going to be a big one. I think everyone is kind of missing the fact that institutional DeFi and institutions are now looking heavily into DeFi opportunities, and they want to build. This is just another step in that direction around providing experience around Hedera and providing, facts on the fact that institutions, if they want to launch specific things around institutional DeFi or DeFi services, Hedera's the go-to. But this is a big integration, and it's a huge collaboration as well with a very well-known player in the space. Even if you go and look at Pyth Network, 213,000 plus followers, they are a very, very big player in the space. Definitely focus on this project as well. We've been talking a little bit about it here and there within the Discord, but I never took a position in it, just full transparency, but it is one that I think everyone should definitely watch for. But regardless of that, also, just recently, the Hbar Foundation put out an announcement that they are excited to join the Digital Euro Association, the think tank for CBDC, stablecoins, crypto assets, and other forms of digital money. As part of the DEA, we will be bringing the stablecoin studio on Hedera to the attention of leading banks and institutions. Guys, what a major step. This is a huge one. The stablecoin studio, we've been talking about it. We've been addressing it. It's a huge initiative on Hedera, and it's something that is definitely going to provide a lot of demand for Hedera, especially from the institutional side. Institutions are absolutely loving the space. From tokenization to DeFi initiatives, there is a lot to offer these institutions. They are now seeing the value behind the technology. 2024 is the year of institutions. But regardless, the Digital Euro Association, just like the Digital Pound Foundation, we've been watching these organizations for a while. And we have over here, within this, so the DEA is excited to announce a new partnership with the Hbar Foundation. The Hedera Network Ecosystem Force Multiplier, which is at the forefront of advancing scalable, secure, and sustainable decentralized ledger technology. The Hbar Foundation facilitates the development of the Hedera ecosystem, supporting projects that leverage the Hedera's unique Hashgraph technology to drive high-performance applications. The partnership represents a significant alignment in the pursuit of innovation within the digital currency landscape. The Hbar Foundation's commitment to fostering a sustainable and innovative digital future complements DEA's mission of enhancing the understanding, adoption, and development of stablecoin and central bank digital currency initiatives. We are delighted to partner with the Hbar Foundation, whose efforts in nurturing digital money ecosystems resonates with our vision for the future of money. This collaboration underscores our dedication to exploring and advocating for technologies that ensure the digital currency ecosystem is secure, efficient, and advances the public good. Joining the Digital Euro Association aligns with our commitment to fostering a sustainable and innovative digital future as the lowest carbon footprint decentralized ledger technology, which is also fast and enables transactions to happen at a fraction of a cent. Hedera is uniquely positioned to contribute to the growth of the digital currency ecosystem. We're eager to collaborate with the DEA and contribute to the advancement of digital currencies. So yeah, this is a big step in the right direction. Obviously, yes, this is a think tank organization, but it is still an organization that could ultimately shake things up and really provide a ton of great insights and also provide, substance to what these central bankers, specifically even around the digital euro, are trying to do. That's why I even say, even with the Digital Pound Foundation, the names that are tied to these organizations, they are significant players, and they're ones that you want to be watching for, because guess what? Them being a part of these organizations provides you with an insight that these are the ones that are going to be around for the next few years. They're going to be the ones that survive the regulatory purge that will happen around crypto. And also, remember the names tied to the DEA, right? When we scroll down, just look at some of the names on here. By the way, big shout out to Aleph Zero. Does not get enough attention. Aleph Zero, I've been talking about Aleph Zero for the last 2 years now, I think. These three projects, Ripple, Aleph Zero, and the Hbar Foundation, these three names are ones that you want to watch for. Obviously, Ripple is pioneering the XRP ledger and XRP. They're not the same thing, but again, Ripple utilizes the XRP ledger. So me personally, I'm invested in XRP. I'm also invested in A0, and I'm also invested into Hbar. And I love to see all three names on here. It's great to see. But this is also with some very large players on here as well. But this is something very great, and it's something that provides you, like I said, insight to the significance behind Hedera's name, because although it is a think tank organization, they are all working towards the same exact thing, which is the digital economy. But also, Big shout out to Max Walker Williams. When we look at Ripple and Hedera being on the DEA, it kind of makes me go back to January where Max Walker Williams announced that he was interviewing Brad Garlinghouse and Lehman Baird. This is collaboration first. When we look at collaboration, they are all going to be collaborating on think tank organizations and also on specific projects outside of those organizations. Collaboration in the space gets so overlooked. Just like Pyth Network joining Hedera, this is what you want to see. This is where value is created. This is where we start to recognize that it's not just a competitive landscape around crypto. It's, hey, what can we offer you? What can you offer us? And how can we do this together? That's what's going to push the space forward on. And that's what's going to allow this space to disrupt and revolutionize industries and sectors around the entire world. And that's what I'm watching for. But beyond that, I put out a post regarding this actually. And it was more so focusing on projects and the names around the space that will be around for the next few years and, be blue chips in the real world. When we look at Hedera, right? So not just any name is joining the DEA, but beyond that, focus on policy compliance. Like for an example, if we go over to Hedera, and I did include this in a recent video where I talked a little bit about public policy at Hedera and the names that are tied to this, like these memberships. These memberships are significant, and you need to focus on the fact that Hedera has been at the forefront of compliance and regulatory, the regulatory landscape around crypto as well for a while. They've been working with regulators. They've been doing everything right since the beginning. Hedera is one that will survive the regulatory, purge, in my opinion. But I put out a post, and it was more so focused on Ripple, because if you go to Ripple's website, you can kind of see the compliance side. So here we have at Ripple, we understand that compliance and risk management are critical to your bank, which is why we build solutions that offer greater visibility into and control over cross-border settlement. Mainly, they're talking about how they're compliant. The solutions that they use are compliant as well. It's kind of the same exact thing that Hedera is offering over here. This is the same exact thing, just a little bit different in a way, if you will. But mainly what I said that is, as we inch closer and closer to global crypto regulations, you must be focusing on the companies in the space that are transparent and compliant. And this is where I said Ripple, right? Like in terms of the SEC lawsuit, right? I said regulations are being primed and they are inevitable. 99% of the space will evaporate with proper regulations, aka the regulatory purge, because majority of the space is just noise. I personally see a handful of projects sticking around after regulations. That 1% that's still here after regulations go live, they will reap the rewards of putting in the time, the work, and jumping through the regulatory hoops. Many have gotten rich from crypto over the years. I personally see the most amount of wealth made / created coming from mass utilization of the technology. We don't get to that point without regulations, and that's when most of the retail crowd will be out anyways due to the regulatory rug pull. MiCA, stablecoin legislation, regulatory frameworks, it's all in progress and it must be focused on. Failing to realize what's coming and how it will change this entire space will leave you missing out on one of the largest technological innovations in history. And yes, as an Hbar holder, as an XRP holder, as an A0 holder, it does not matter what project you are holding. Make sure that you are researching if your project is compliant. Make sure that you are doing, the research that pertains to what you must know about that project. Did they hold an ICO? Are they working with regulators? Are they transparent? Have they been vocal about what they're doing? Have they been, vocal about meeting with those that they need to meet with? Hedera has been one, because again, we've been following it for years and years now. They've been one that's been checking all those boxes. Ripple as a company, although they got sued by the SEC, for over a decade, they've been trying to work with the SEC. There is still a lot of problems around the regulatory landscape, but I do think that is being fixed. I think that a lot of the things that we are seeing right now with MiCA, the legislation around stablecoins, stuff like that, all of that is pertaining to the fact that we are getting closer and closer to that digital economy to be realized in. DLT, blockchain, it's all at the forefront. Hedera joining the DEA with Ripple and A0, You could say that, oh, it's not that big of a deal. You could also look at it as a massive deal, because what this is telling me is, like I said, Hedera holds a significant name to it, and the reputation around Hedera has not only grown tremendously in the last couple of years, but has become one that a lot of these big enterprises and institutions will also look at and say, yeah, this is a trusted name. This is a name that is well known. We can utilize this. We could try with it. We could do POCs with it, things like that, which will ultimately lead to live projects. Mass utilization happens from institutions and enterprises going live with solutions built out on those networks. That's where the masses, right, don't even realize they're utilizing the technology. They're just using, for example, I don't know, they're going through IBM. They're using something that IBM is pioneering technology from Hedera for an example. That's where mass adoption comes from. And that's what I'm waiting for. But beyond that, right, like even the quote here, the digitization of the monetary system is progressing. The monetary system will undergo fundamental changes over the next decade. And yes, it's already happening. We're starting to see major change, but we don't get there without legitimate projects that are pushing this new technology into the spotlight. And that spotlight is institutions, enterprises, all of them looking into the technology, pioneering the technology, and actually utilizing it. And Hedera is one of those names that you must be watching for, because in my opinion, they will be one of those names under that umbrella of, a select few that will still be here after that regulatory purge and will be massively utilized. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if there's more free content. You guys more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join for Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.